Hum, noise, lots of problems you can have on a pedal board. So, the reason for that hum is the power supply. Me, as being a manufacturer of pedals like the Blue Box, we have almost 50% of all the failure is customers that use the wrong power supply. So the units are working fine, but the power supply creates the problem. So here is what happens. We have seen many different power supplies, you know, one wall socket, another wall socket. We have them cater the pedals and think everything works. But there's a hum problem, as you can hear. Then we have this daisy chain, which kind of gives the power from one pedal to the next pedal. And actually what happens here is there's a ground loop that connects one pedal to the next pedal to the next pedal. And this is getting so complex and it's so much alike that we're facing the hum. So only in very few situations this will work. So if there's a problem, how to find where the problem starts? Well, I have a very simple thing. I use a standard battery with a standard control here. And here's my hum problem. And then I disconnect the second power supply and it sounds much better. Now I use the pedal on with the battery. Just clean, no problem. Okay, the noise is the natural noise from two overdrives stacked. So that's absolutely normal. But you could hear the problem with the power supply, which is this. Okay, this is a virtual battery, which is a so-called DC coupler inside, coming from the gig rig power supply. And now, no problem, just like a battery. So, what's the message? If a standard battery works, a DC-DC coupled signal will also work because the ground is isolated. There are power supplies that have this kind of things built in. Use a decent power supply for your pedal board. And mind, we have center negative, some pedals have center positive. There are different standards. Some pedals require 18 volts, most pedals require 9 volts center negative, but there are also pedals that have AC instead of DC power. That's a whole, well, science how to cater all the pedals on your pedal board in a way that the pedals don't make any noise. Here are a few examples of modern age power supplies. Let's start with the gig rig. The gig rig is a modular system that consists of the generator. The generator gives you 5 amperes of 9 volts DC. Depending on how many outlets you need, there is the distributor. The distributor has 6 outlets to cater all the others, which are the filters that do the DC-DC coupling to your pedals. So these provide the hum problems that could occur. And there are several choices, so you can actually meet the demand of your pedals. And of course, you can customize the pedal board with all the stuff you need. And they even have this virtual battery with like a ZAG function where you can reduce the voltage of the battery so it sounds like your battery is almost dead. So you can dial this in on this little trim pot here. That's the Gig system. Yankee is a very advanced system that gives you 8 outlets here and even more, which can dial in the voltage of the outlet. So you can customize the output voltage for all these 4 outputs on this side. And as you can see, there's a nice display that shows you 24 volts. So it goes from like 0 to 24. Anything is possible. The One Sport Pro is a standard, nice to start with power supply that gives you different outputs. One is 500 milliamperes, another 500 milliamperes. Then there is 1, 2, 3, 4 with 200 milliamperes, and there's 18 volt with 100 milliamperes. So this is kind of a nice starter package. If you need any further assistance, don't hesitate and call Frank from Looper's Paradise, because that's his daily job. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell.